Welcome to Show and Tell Saturdays on Tea Time with Afternoon Social. Join me as we hear from my guest for the week as she tells us about her business, products, services, podcasts, and other fun stuff. Grab your favorite cup of tea. It's party time. Good afternoon and welcome back to Tea Time with Afternoon Social. I'm Teresa Waterback, your host. And today is Show and Tell Saturdays. We've had a wonderful guest this weekend. Kylee Robinson has been with us, and she's CEO and founder of Compass Living, a coach, an author, a wife, a mom, travel aficionado, and an efficiency enthusiast. She has been with us the last couple of days, and if you haven't seen those videos, go back and check it out. She gave us some great information, and we really got to know her really well. So today, she's going to even give us some more about her business and what she has for a freebie. So we'll just turn it on over to you. Hi, Kylee. How are you?
Hey, doing well. Thanks, Teresa.
All right, Kylee. So you have your business is Compass Living. So I'm going to let you go ahead and explain your business and what you got for a freebie and all that.
Sure, yeah. So I am an efficiency coach. My mission is to help people simplify what they have to do so that you can do more of what you want. Everything stems from when we first got married. Me and my husband, we had this big vision for what we wanted our life to look like, and we knew we needed a plan in place. And so everything that I teach, I've turned this into a 7-week program. And so I do this with as a small group course on Zoom or one-on-one coaching. And then I also have a membership to kind of add some accountability and some more resources in there. But everything I teach, all these principles in that 7 weeks, they're all the things that we did to get where we are today. This is the stuff we use to pay off all of our debt, to buy our home, to adopt from Colombia, to complete a Spartan trifecta, to publish my book, to start this business. All of these principles are the steps that we took to get there, and putting those kind of things in place for other people as well. So putting systems in place that simplify stuff within your household, within your business, just how you do things so that you've got more time. Because time is the real, they call it the new rich now. People want more time. They want to be able to do what they want, what gives them life, what makes you light up. And so I help people do that essentially.
Okay. And you said you've got a freebie that you offer to everyone.
Yeah, definitely. So my website is KylieRobinson.com. And if you do KylieRobinson.com/free, that'll take you to my free PDF. So that is 5 steps to stop procrastinating and break down your goal. So like I said, I'm all about vision and goal setting, and we put these things in place. And the first thing I want to make sure people know is that when it comes to goal setting, often what happens in people's brains, I have found, is it goes straight to business, work, your job, those kind of things. Because often you've got a manager who's saying, hey, this year, here's what I need to see from you. And that's the only place people have ever been taught to put goals in their lives. So when it comes to goal setting, you're a multifaceted person, and you can have goals in all of these different areas. Like if you want to be a great parent, what's a goal we can set in place to know that you're on target for this picture you have in your head of being a great parent? Mm-hmm. So that's the first thing I want to make sure people understand before you just go download this is it's not just for business or work. You need goals in the important areas of your life and just not procrastinate to put those in place. So this free PDF is really kind of your jumping off point. If you're like, you know what, let me find out a little bit more of what Kylee is about, what her program is, and it's going to give you steps to, practical steps to use right away.
Mm-hmm. Gives you like it says, foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the first step. That's what you're going to want to do and run through that. And it's really going to help kind of get your wheels spinning on what it is that you want.
Mm-hmm. So, as a coach, do you offer one-on-one or do you do group coaching, or how does your coaching service work?
Yeah. So I do group coaching as we walk through my course, my 7-week course. And I really only do that up to 5 people because I want to make sure we do get time for you to get questions answered. But I also do one-on-one coaching. We go through the same content, but with one-on-one, you're getting so much more personalized experience. We can really dig into and ask you questions on what it is you want. And, I find that a lot of people, they think they know what they want, but when we can dig in on one-on-one, we find out that maybe that's what you thought you wanted because that's what your parents wanted for you at some point in time, because your sister is doing such and such, because your best friend is encouraging you in a certain way. And I really love helping people just kind of step back and go, oh, hold on, maybe there is a different picture. Maybe there is a different way. Maybe the path I'm on isn't the one I want to be on. And I don't want you to get to 80 years old and wake up and go, oh, hold on, that's not how that was supposed to go.
Right.
I want to make sure that you're living intentionally and know that you're taking the right steps to be on the path that you want to be on, not what anybody else wants you on. So there's a lot of benefit. Again, it's the same content between the course with a group or the one-on-one coaching, but the one-on-one just gives us so much more opportunity to really dig into who you are and what you want and make sure we're on the right path.
Okay. I was going to ask you something and I just lost it.
I get it.
The train off the depot.
All good. I do offer to, for anybody who's like, man, that sounds like something I could use. I know that coaching, people usually want to get to know me a little bit better. I do when I hire a coach too. I need to make sure I know who they are. I do offer a free coaching call just to see if it's a right fit. I want to hear about what it is you think you want, what your interest in the program is. And I'm not a fit for everybody, and not everyone is a fit for this program. And so that call really just enables us to kind of dig in right off the bat and go, okay, is this a fit or not?
Well, that's great. That's always a good thing, because when we're researching someone, you really need to talk to them. I know if it's
yes. I agree.
Read about them.
Yeah.
I know one of the things, and you also do a podcast. What do you cover in your podcast, and how does that help with the coaching?
Yes. So the podcast I love because it's like all of my personality. It's called Ask Hard Questions. And really, I don't like to have these surface level conversations. I want to get in and get to the meat and make people kind of squirm a little bit, and I'm okay if they throw it back at me. And so that's kind of why I started this podcast. Is I know some people with some incredible stories. I know some people who are just willing to sit in the muck a little bit or have their beliefs challenged. And I said, you know what, let's get this out there. And so there's a ton of incredible stories on there. So the Ask Hard Questions podcast, and we're on Spotify and Google and iTunes and all of that. But there's some incredible stories, and things that people regret that they share on here, and things they wish they'd done differently, and beliefs that were challenging, and why did you do that, and just all kinds of questions. We cover the gamut.
What's one of the biggest questions that people ask you when you're coaching, and how do you help them get through that? What's one of their biggest challenges?
That's a great question. I would say one of the biggest challenges is challenging people to think differently. Because if you've been on a path for so long, or of a certain mindset for so long, it takes a very small question. Just go, why do you think that way? Or why does it have to be that way? And people stop in their tracks. They're like, oh, because I've done it that way, because you've been on this mindset with these blinders on for so long. Mm-hmm. So that would be one. And then the other part is goal setting is not one size fits all. And so I do have people come to me and they're like, I don't want to do that, or that, because then it makes it not fun. Because then I'll be annoyed by it and I don't want to do it anymore. And so we have to figure out, okay, what does this look like for you to be successful in this? And we've got to be real creative sometimes to set up a plan, to set up a program, to set up a tracking system, any of those things, to make sure that I'm helping that person get where they want to be. Because I'm not a drill sergeant. I'm not going to be texting you every single day saying, did you do the thing that you told me you want to do? No, my job is to equip you to do things that you tell me that you want to do. And then we're going to find the way that's going to work best for you.
Right. And if they're not putting in the work, then it's not going to work later. So
yeah, and that's a great conversation too, because it's like, well, if you're not doing it, I guess this really isn't important to you. And then we get to unpack that, because maybe it is, and there's something else, there's some other hang up, or maybe they realize, wow, okay, I always thought that was important to me, but you're right, it's not.
Right. So it really reveals some of that underlying why am I procrastinating? Why am I
Yeah.
having an issue? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you start your business?
I officially launched in January,
Okay.
but I've been coaching people. I've been coaching for the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm. So that's been a new challenge then as well, because you said you just adopted your son when you started the business.
Yeah, he's been home almost 2 years now.
So, so he's been there for a year, and then you launched into a business, and you just keep getting your feet wet, don't you?
Just pile it all on there. Again, that self-awareness that we talked about. I am very self-aware, and my personality is one of the personalities that has the most energy. And so I know that about myself. I know not to expect the same level of energy or the same size task list of everybody, but I know that because I am like that, I can lean into them. So I am a crazy person. I'm aware.
Well, it shows that your efficiency coach shows up because you're able to accomplish all these things, and you wouldn't be able to if you weren't efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do so much more when you've got the right systems in place.
Right. And I think that's the key is do the process. I think I was watching Marcus Amonis about the prophet or something, and that was the one thing he was talking about was the process and the people. So, putting that all in place.
Yeah. Yeah, and it takes practice because anytime you put a new process in place, it's not coming second nature to you. You've got to work at it.
Yeah, and like we talked yesterday about relationships and boundaries, and if you're putting in a process, and then you have all the other people around that have to adapt to your process. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it gets to be a big challenge, but sounds like this would be Kylee be a great coach for everyone to contact, and I'll put all the information in the comments. Is there anything that you would like to leave us with for this session of episodes?
Yeah, the thing I love to leave with people is just 3 things. Get really clear on your vision, set a plan in place to go after it, and then as soon as this ends, as soon as you're done listening to this or watching this, set a timer for 20 minutes. And what can you do in just 20 minutes that'll move the needle, that'll take you towards that thing? You're not going to achieve the whole goal in 20 minutes. You might not map out everything or cross off every task, but what can you do in just 20 minutes? And let's do it right now. Don't wait till Monday.
Exactly. Because the longer you wait, the less you remember, and the less you'll get done.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this weekend on Tea Time with Afternoon Social, and make sure you go out and check Kylee out, and especially her podcast, and listen. I'm gonna probably go and listen myself. I didn't. I guess I didn't realize it was there, so I'm going to go check her out too. So thank you again, Kylee, for being with us here on Tea Time with Afternoon Social, and we will try to connect with you later.
Thank you so much, Teresa. It was my pleasure.